Good day, my name is Joe Gerba. Today I'll be going over how to set up Viticulture World and how to initialize it from Viticulture Essential Edition. Let's get started. So the first thing we need to do when we receive Viticulture World is upgrade the Essential Edition's winter and summer visitor cards. Now these visitor cards that come in Viticulture World are going to have a black border. What we need to do is find the corresponding white bordered cards found in the Essential Edition. The ones I found were the Governess, the Queen, the Professor, and the Uncertified Teacher for the winter visitor cards. The summer visitor cards have the Organizer and the Planner. So there are additional cards that are provided in Viticulture World that have a orange background. Those are the structure cards from the Tuscany Essential Edition expansion. However, now these 6 white bordered cards from the Essential Edition will never be used again. So we will replace all these cards into the other decks. When we draw these cards in Viticulture World, we're going to discard any black bordered card and draw a new one. However, when you play the Essential Edition, these can still be used. So the first thing we're going to do with setup is ensure that the board is in the middle of the table. We're going to play on the side without the Tuscany Essential Edition expansion. So it'll be the side without the orange card markers. And then we're going to shuffle our card decks and place them at the top of the board. We're going to have 4 card decks as shown. And we'll move to the next step. The next thing we're going to do is put the gray temporary worker token on the wake up chart, which is right here in the bottom left, and place Lyra next to the board. So the next thing you're going to do is choose a continent to use for the game. For the introduction, they suggest the Green Gully continent. There are the 6 other continents to choose from for the game. But for your intro, they do suggest to do the Green Gully. Now, each one of these is going to have an introductory kind of overview of the continent, and it'll have a setup and rules. So read the setup and rules and the introductory, set those aside, and set it up as it says. So for Green Gully, which is probably going to be your first continent, it's going to have you put these 6 selected continent cards and put them in order 1 through 6, with 1 being on the top, 6 being on the bottom, and put them in the event stack. It also has you get tile P and put it next to the game board for ease of use later. For the first time playing the continent, it does suggest to put these cards from 1 to 6 order, but from then on, once you feel like you're an expert in the game, you can shuffle these when you form your event deck. Next, we're going to put out the innovation tiles. Now you shuffle these tiles and put them face down next to the board in 2 separate stacks according to their shape. Now, if you are playing solo, you will add tiles H and N to the game. However, if you are not playing solo, in this case we're set up for 2 players, tiles H and N are removed from the game. So next we have this influence token. We're going to place it on the track position according to the amount of players. In this case, we're going to put it on the 3, which means a 2 to 3 player game. We start with 3 influence. Next we have the year token. This is the grape token. We're going to put it on year 1 because the game will last 6 years. Next, each player is going to place a vineyard mat and set it up as the normal rules of the Viticulture Essential Edition. Here's a picture now. Each player now is going to choose a color and remove one of their workers and place it back in the bag and return it to the box. Next, with the 4 workers you have left, attach 2 blue hats and 2 yellow hats to each worker. Next, we're going to put our residual payment tokens on the residual payment tracker, both set right on the Lyra icon, which means 0. Then we're going to place our victory point tokens on the start icon. Both players are going to start at 0. Next, you're going to take the red and blue cards, what the Essential Edition refers to as the Mama and the Papa cards. You get extras in the Viticulture World. They suggest using these because you can start off with 4 workers and 1 grande worker, and each person is going to get a set of 2, 1 red and 1 blue. So with the workers with the hats on, the mamas and papas ready, the fields empty, the board set up, you're ready to play Viticulture World. Hope you guys enjoyed the little setup instructional video, and until next time.